On December 6th, the International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA, released an alarming update on Iran's nuclear activities, specifically at the Fordo enrichment facility. Now, the report revealed that on December 5th, Iran started using uranium enriched to 20% in two interconnected IR-6 cascades, which are gas centrifuges used to enrich uranium. They were previously enriching only to 5%. Now, this change has allowed Iran to ramp up production of 60% highly enriched uranium, as well as expand enrichment activities to additional cascades at the facility. 60% uranium is used for usually one of three things, but it's not limited to these. But mostly it is for maritime nuclear reactors, for research, or as a step on the way to weapons-grade uranium. Now, Iran is now running three-step enrichment processes at Fordo that start with natural uranium, moves it to 5% enriched uranium, and then to 20%, and finally to 60% highly enriched uranium. This project is highly efficient and can be easily adjusted to produce weapons-grade uranium, which is essential for nuclear weapons. You need 90% enriched uranium to produce a nuclear weapon. Now, the IAEA estimates that Iran could produce over 34 kilograms of 60% highly enriched uranium per month, which is a dramatic increase from previous rates. Even conservative estimates suggest they can produce at least 25 kilograms per month, which is still a troubling escalation. Now, it takes a minimum of 52 kilograms of weapons-grade uranium to make a nuclear weapon. But if Iran were to shift its focus to making weapons-grade uranium, it could produce 10 to 15 kilograms per month, or enough for 5 nuclear weapons within a year. If Iran were to use its existing stock of highly enriched uranium, it could manufacture sufficient weapons-grade uranium for 4 or 5 weapons in just 30 days. They can do this because some of these cascades are designed with modifiable setups, allowing Iran to quickly adjust the enrichment level, make it even easier to produce weapons-grade uranium if needed. Other facilities in Iran are involved as well. Recently, 6 cylinders containing 145 kilograms of 20% enriched uranium were transferred to Fordo, which significantly increased the amount of material that could be quickly converted to weapons-grade uranium. The Fordo facility is essentially becoming a one-stop shop for producing weapons-grade uranium. Now, the IAEA has expressed serious concerns about its ability to monitor these activities effectively. Iran has been implementing changes at a pace that outstrips the IAEA's ability to adjust its safeguards. On December 2nd, the agency requested that Iran hold off on further modifications at Fordo until enhanced safeguards could be implemented. But by December 3rd, Iran had already begun installing new equipment. While Iran has agreed to temporary additional measures, the IAEA has warned that it urgently needs greater access and monitoring to ensure the facility isn't being used to produce nuclear material beyond declared levels or to divert it for weapons development. Now, if Iran begins producing weapons-grade uranium, the response from Israel and the United States will likely be swift and decisive. For Israel, this would cross a red line, prompting preemptive military strikes on key nuclear facilities like Fordo and Natanz, possibly coupled with covert operations or cyber attacks to sabotage Iran's program. Israel has made it clear it will act unilaterally if necessary, viewing a nuclear-armed Iran as an existential threat. Now, the United States, on the other hand, would pursue a broader strategy. This might begin with rallying international support for severe sanctions, deploying military assets to the Gulf as a deterrent, and intensifying diplomatic pressure. However, if weaponization appears imminent, the U.S. could consider direct airstrikes either independently or in coordination with Israel. Together, the two allies would likely share intelligence and resources to neutralize the threat. Now, one thing to mention is even if they do produce weapons-grade uranium, there are several other steps that are needed to make a weapon out of it, including the technology to put it into missiles or other delivery vehicles. But the situation at Fordo is a ticking clock. Iran's rapid advancements in uranium enrichment are narrowing the window for diplomatic solutions and raising the specter of military conflict. With the potential for weapons-grade uranium production now within reach, the stakes couldn't be higher for regional stability, global security, and the fragile balance of nuclear non-proliferation efforts. The world is watching, but Israel and the United States have made it clear, if diplomacy fails, action will follow.